Palpitation, the surroundings complete. What is above arrival? Death is complete. Your fate needs humiliation. You're gone just to burn. Oh, but still in your Bible, you die in there. The light of fate, let evil overshadow. You see only hate, follow myself of sorrow. The light of fate, embrace the dark shadows. Follow the black flames, and escape Christ's illusions. Satan, his name, guided by sense. Your denial smokes the sublime of the evil within.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Tonight we have Mr. New York fucking metalhead, or as I like to know him as, or I like to call him Bulldog. Bulldog and I have been friends for a while now. Bulldog has his own channel where he pretty much fucking shows off his extensive collection, which we were looking at just before we went live, and it's just nuts. It's fucking off the chain. So you're just looking at like one little there you fucking go. It's like the best record store you've never been to. Look at that shit. What a fucking maniac. But anyway, hey Bulldog, how you been, my brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing well. It's been a while.
Yeah, long time, brother.
It has been. Fucking that song we just heard, Necroblade. Have you heard Necroblade?
Yeah.
Fucking Texas, man. Texas brings it. I don't know. I've been getting this thing about collecting Texas death metal, and it's probably like the only death metal which I'm enjoying now. I mean, there's a few other things here and there, but I'm really into. I don't know what it is. I think it's that fucking I don't know. It's like an unruly sound.
Yeah.
Which I'm fully into. But I figured we're not here to chat about Texas death metal as much as I probably could. But I'm here to chat about the Heavy Metallurgy channel. All right. So what I wanted to do was bring on people that watch the channel. And Bulldog, I thought of you. And I thought you fucking consume a lot of YouTube content, right?
Mm-hmm. Actually, they were one of the first channels, even before I started to want to do mine. They were one of the first ones that I started to take like mental notes of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. and I think I've been watching them since probably, God, I want to say 22 maybe. I think because I started my channel like 23, I believe it was, or 24. It was like 23. Yeah, I've been watching them for a while.
Yeah, hey, Bulldog, are you sitting closer to your mic? Because I'm being told that you're kind of quiet. Get that fucking thing right in your throat. Yeah, I mean, I found, I don't know, did
Can you
you
hear me
find
now?
them? There we go. Fucking beautiful. Probably I'm going to get texts now to say, hey, it's too loud. But is it one of those things where you heard about them through someone else, or is it you saw them on another channel, or was it something you just kind of stumbled across?
Honestly, I was just I forgot who I was watching, and they just popped up in my feed one time, and I just clicked on them and started watching them. I was like, this is what I could get into, you know. 'Cause I was watching a bunch of other channels back then too. One of the ones is, you know, one of our our common friends that we had, you know,
Yep,
back a few months ago, you know.
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it was they they just popped up in my feed one time, and from that day on, it was like I was hooked on watching them. I think they have one of the absolute best channels on here.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my experience fighting them is probably the same. Like it's more organic, and it doesn't hurt too when you've got like what good four, 3 or 4 of them that have their own channel, so you kind of directed to them.
Yeah.
But like, was it when you? I mean, look, because a lot of time, like if you're looking at a 3 hour show, that's a lot to digest if you're just sitting down to
Hmm.
watch it. So are you like watching him like live, or are you watching the replays? I mean,
Um, more more of the replays.
yeah,
I'll, I'll catch some lives, but I'll watch more of the replays.
yeah,
You know, especially like if I'm not here and they're on, I'll I'll get a notification. You
yeah,
know, and if I'm out somewhere, I'll catch a little bit of it, and then I'll, you know, and then like I said, the next day I'll catch the rest of it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't get any notifications, and I'm fucking subscribed. Then I hit the fucking bell. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, like,
You-
sorry,
YouTube like that. YouTube, you can be subscribed and get the notifications, and a lot of times they will not go out
I
at
think
all.
it's just my fucking channel. Sorry, my phone that doesn't like me. But I find like I watch mostly the live stuff.
Mm,
Okay, so I'm a kind of an avid viewer from that. You can ask my wife. I'm like a Wednesday Friday junkie,
yeah.
and it's funny because they were one of the probably still. And over on the Mayhem show where we do on the Sundays, we've had a little bit of a we've borrowed some of this, okay,
Mm,
and we've just started to put this on now. But they were one of the first channels where you go on to like say a Wednesday show, and it's like a different panel than when you
yeah.
go on to a Friday show. So
Mm,
it was refreshing to hear, new people talk about shit. And I mean, even to the point where, okay, tonight Marty made this great chat thing comment just in the chat, which was like, he didn't want to talk about the album because I'm not a grindcore fan. However, I kind of enjoy listening to people talk about music.
mm,
And I mean, I don't know about yourself if you can just sit there. Like, are you one of those guys that can sit there and just listen to people nerd out on
yeah.
fucking music, regardless of the genre, or does it have to be specifically
Um,
metal?
for me, it's if I'm not too much into like, you know, a certain genre, I'll listen to it for a little bit, and it's I think it's all based on how they're talking about it. You know, if they're saying things like, well, this could be this could be that, that's telling me that they don't really know too much about it from their standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's when I pick the phone up and I start doing my little fucking research on it myself, saying, oh, okay, well, maybe not, you know. But yeah, if like like for me, like when I do my reviews and everything, I'm always fact checking myself to
Yeah.
make sure that I know what I'm talking about. And having Metal Archives now, I think for a lot of us, we could go back and make sure that, okay, that's when this came out, that's when that came out. And this album came out then, and he was with them then, and he was with them then.
Yeah.
But for different genres, for me, it's like my main genres have always been death metal, doom, grindcore, hardcore. Especially being in New York, the hardcore, thrash and speed, and doom. But there's some genres like the newer shit that past 10, 15 years that I cannot get into. And people are, talking about new albums from these bands. It's like, okay, you're talking about these bands, but you hate the band itself.
Yeah.
Why would you even discuss a band that you guys can't stand? That blows my mind. It really does.
I get that, but look, the album club, which we can all attest that not everyone on that show is going to like everyone else's taste.
Yeah.
And tonight's the night where I'm sitting there going, grindcore. And this is a Logan pick, okay? So he is famous for picking stuff that I'm pretty sure when it pops up, everyone just, you can hear, you don't just see, you can hear the eye rolls.
Yeah.
Especially from me, because I'm not a stoner fan. Not much of a doom guy, and grindcore is right up there with my, oh God, I know what it's going to be before I get it. However, I've done this in the past where someone on this show will pick something, and I was lucky enough to be on it last week, and you have a guy on there like, say, Kellen, who can use words for whatever the reason is, can prick my interest into going, fuck, man, like, that kind of sounds interesting. Have you ever come up against that? Well, especially on this show, because everyone's a fucking scientist on this show, where it's like you fucking know off the top of your head, like if it's the cover, if it's the genre, you hate this bullshit, but you're still going to watch it, and then suddenly something goes, fuck, I'm kind of interested in hearing it.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of the magic of the show, and I think that's why I've kind of stuck by it, where I'm like, I don't like... I saw them do, what was it, the Megadeth? Fucking hate. I mean, I love Megadeth, but I love my Megadeth. And they were doing the newer album. Yeah. I still watched it, and I don't know why, because I know that I'm not necessarily going to like this album. Not enough to spend $20.
That album has grown on me, though. That new Megadeth album has grown on me, as has the new Exodus. I know a lot of people right now are going to say, what? That new Exodus album has grown on me a little bit more than it did when I first got it.
Yeah.
Have you heard the band Phasma?
Phasma?
Yeah. Check them out.
I've never heard of this band.
I got them in my box behind me. Yeah. They're combination of black metal, grind, you name it. It's just ugly shit.
But see, like, you can say something like that, and I'm like, all right, interesting, right? Because I kind of will enjoy some of that, and I'll probably check it out just to see, what's Bulldog listening to, or I've gotten something where you've recommended something before, and it's like, okay, so far so good for Bulldog. But how, especially the album club, and I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was, because when I got on there, it was very much, this album was a tall fucking climb. It was like a lot of shit going on. Big fucking album. A lot of people have really strong opinions about it.
Yeah.
And suddenly I had to not just get on there and say, I like this album, it be really good. And you have to explain why you like it. And I think that's where a lot of YouTube channels kind of fall over, in that it's very hard to, is the word emote, or put into words, how something makes you feel. And I think this show would have very quickly fallen if it was filled with, I think the guitars sound like good. You know what I mean? Like that type of talk, which is very easy to fall into because I don't know many other words than this is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So it's something where,
yes, Fraser. Yes.
Oh, what's Fraser saying? Fraser's always entertaining.
Winter's one of my favorite band. Actually, I got something over there for. I got them behind me right now on vinyl. Yeah.
What's that? The Warhammer picture that I see up in the corner over there.
Yep. The Warhammer, Kai, and then Mordant Red, Inebriator Winds, and I got you back there and above.
Look at that! I'm on someone's wall. My fucking dreams are fucking complete. Hopefully one day I'll make the album club. But I mean, as are you a fan of the Friday shows, which is a completely different beast?
Yeah.
So the Friday shows, it's a new watch. It's like would you think it'd be fair to say if you like the album club, the Friday shows may not be or maybe right up your alley? Or do you think, that's an unfair statement?
It's not the same.
So for you, yeah. Okay, so and I've spoken to a lot of people who just pretty much will watch the show because they like Marty or they like Alan or they like, the combination of the people that are on there, or they're just interested in the guests that showed up, right? Sometimes I'll be like a guest will be on, and I'm just like, oh my fucking, like let the guys talk. Like I'm kind of over some of the stories, and I just want to hear the fucking album go. And I think not to kiss ass, and I know everyone's fucking saying, this is a fucking ass kiss, but I mean, I think what I've come to realize with the show is that I like the people that talk on it, which can be just as simple as you could be talking about fucking ice cream. If I kind of enjoy listening to your chat, you're going to stick around and check it out.
Yeah. Yep. That's how I am with, a lot of different YouTubers, especially in the metal community that have their channels. Like the ones I watch primarily, they've grabbed my attention from like the start, and they like putting their own spin on things, which is the same thing that, I like to do with mine.
Yeah.
And I think that's how a lot of people, maintain their channels and maintain an audience, whether you're into, black metal, death metal, hardcore, war metal, or just a certain, genre of it. I think everyone has their take on everything, which I think is perfect, because something that I like, people, next guy might not like it, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own, their own take on things. I mean, people say, "Oh, this album sucks," but you have 5 other people that are saying, "Oh, it's great," and you got to, a lot of times you got to put your own spin on things.
Yeah.
Keep the audience.
Well, here's something that I just found. Like, this is Total Underground. He's an Australian fucking like me, We have some weird views, but he says he'd rather not explain a record to anyone. I think letting people check it out for themselves. Now, I would agree and disagree with this. I think, first off, a lot of the times, like, especially, back in the day, like a lot of it was word of mouth, right? So, or all of it was word of mouth. So, I mean, I understand the thing of like, okay, I think you could say something like, and I think you do this on your channel pretty good, like you'll show the album and you'll give a quick explanation, because you've probably got like fucking 30 odd albums you want to go through. You haven't got time to go through them. But to show an album and go, check this band out, it's really cool, I think that's pretty organic for metalheads, because it's like, well, fans are going to say shit like that, right? They're going to try and sell that album because they want you to like it too. But I also agree with him in the sense that, like, and I said this once in a room of, one of these shows, I was like, sometimes when you find it for yourself, even if someone says, oh, they heard the band or whatever, if you find it for yourself, it somehow becomes more endeared to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Bulldog might show a fucking record and you're like, well, here it is, and he likes it because it's death metal, it's got some black in it. And that's it. Next fucking album, and then 6 months later, you pick it up and go, I remember someone talking about this. And then that's going to become more of a fucking favorite than, say, something like you said, it's the best album ever, so I need to go check that out. And suddenly it's like, yeah, it's good. But I'm not going to fully invest because suddenly I didn't make that choice. You did.
Exactly, yeah.
But then you got what the album club does, which is kind of the thing of like, you need to check this out, or you kind of whatever, where it's like, if you can digest that fucking album and then pull it apart, strip it down to its basics, even down to the fucking artist who did the artwork.
Mhm.
I think there's something to be said for like how much that like really goes into the psyche of a metalhead.
Mhm.
What do you think?
You know my stance on AI.
Oh yeah, I'm right along with you. I think.
I think that's the same thing with me. If I see a band and I haven't heard of too much about, there's been albums that I bought just for the album cover alone.
Oh yeah.
And I got them home and I'm like, holy shit, who are these guys? And then there's bands that I bought for the album cover alone, and I'm like, frisbee time. I start chucking them, But
yeah, you pass them on to the next guy that you feel sorry for, right?
Shred.
Shred. I got a box for you, Shred. It's a care package. You'll love it.
I mean, I think that's the thing with a lot of metalheads, including myself. If you're not sure of a band and you hear through word of mouth of like on here about how they are, and they do a sample of it, it could be the most hideous, boringest fucking album cover out there, but the music is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I said the same thing about the Metallica Black album. When I saw that, I was like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
Who would know that the fucking album's going to sell 85 million fucking copies in less than 6 months?
Yeah. Every time it gets released, almost,
Yeah, I mean, and it's as much as it's the music, of course, it's the band itself.
Yeah. And
being more underground, you try telling people that are in the mainstream, they don't want to hear it because they don't see the underground as important of music as the big bands are with their album covers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got album covers by underground bands that are superb, but everybody wants to compare these bands like the mainstream band, a plain black album.
Yeah.
It's all about the music.
Yeah. And I mean, some of that, look, black metal does it really well. All right. Yeah. It's a very basic cover, and that thing can hide something. I think death metal needs to have some type of visual aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
But have you heard the album that they're talking about tonight? Do you even know what it is? No. I did check it out. Okay, so it's from a band from I believe Singapore. They're called Wormrot.
Yeah.
Checking out the cover, it was like, it's got two things going for it. One is the cover's fucking very reminiscent of a Carcass album cover. Okay, yep. It's got like I forget what album it is. The scanning, it's one of the pictures, or it could have been Symphony, where it's got the side of the face and it's all kind of decrepit and it's rotting. It's very, very cool.
I got it right there. Yeah,
it is one of the ones which, it's very much a callback. It's on fucking Earache, so I can't play it because, Earache have gatekept all their shit. And no one can listen to it unless Earache says it's okay.
Yep. I got it a couple times.
Yeah, so it's a fucking mess. But
yeah,
before we close this down, let me just pull this out and say to Marty and Logan, if he gets to watch this again, I didn't mind this. I think this had all the great things. I'm a Carcass fan. I'm sure, Bulldog, you're a Carcass fan.
Yeah.
And this was some cool parts of Carcass, and
Shred here, what's up?
And Shred here. Shred finally found his way over. But it's a very cool sounding album. I didn't really go much into it. It's only 20 minutes long. It's great to be an album that you can just kind of throw on and you can get over it very, very quickly. But it's got a very cool aesthetic. However, it's called Durge, which to me very much is a call to a doomy type of sound. Definitely is not that.
Yeah.
So if you aren't doing nothing in about 5 minutes, I suggest jumping over there. That's what I'm going to be doing. Bulldog, you going to join us on the couch to fucking watch this show? Is that what you're going to be doing after this? So we're going to go over there and check this out. And this is going to be another one of those tests where not a grindcore fan. I kind of enjoy this album. Can they sell it to me in the sense they pull this apart and make this interesting that I got to go back and check it
They're
out?
a badass band. I'll tell you that right now.
They've been around for a while, and they fucking sound. The production on this thing is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It would have sold me. I think if I would have gone in there with a better mindset, I might have even gone and picked this one up. I just can't. I don't know what it is. If it's a moral thing, I just can't buy grindcore for whatever the fucking reason is. If it's not Carcass, I've got to forget about it because it's not enough in it. There's not enough meat in it. However, if you're selling me this as an EP, I'd be all fucking over it. I'd be all over it. But Bulldog, thank you so much. You were my first on this thing doing this type of stuff, and I really want to be able to get to some people who watch this show and kind of get their experiences.
I appreciate it, brother. Anytime.
And if you haven't checked out, if you're not subscribed to Bulldog's channel and you like looking at the fucking 1,000 albums that he buys every 2 weeks, go and check it out because he's a monster when it comes to purchasing shit where it's like, holy fuck, look at that.
I was telling Lee before we got on, I'm working on a 4 or 5 part vinyl.
Oh, it's going to be more than
that I recently spent about $1,350. I walked out of the store with probably about 200 or 300 vinyl in 2 or 3 bags in a box. I'm putting that together.
And you thought living in New York was expensive. Just living with Bulldog's expensive.
I got a bunch of new releases for 2026 I still want to talk about. And I got a bunch of older stuff that I ordered from bands that people probably haven't heard of or have forgotten about. So yeah, if you could, Lee could tell you, Shred, Miss A, James, Zach, I think a couple of guys that have already see my channel. I do it as a hobby, but it's my passion. You know, I try showing people, you know, albums that are coming out. You know, I try not to overdo it. But like I said, I've been doing this for 2023 now, whatever, 2.5 years, 3 years now.
Longer than most have been alive, right?
Yeah. Guys, I appreciate you guys having me on.
No, not at all,
anytime you guys want to get together, let me know. I'm down for it. Now that I got my StreamYard actually working now.
Oh, you might be putting out some content. That's good to hear.
Oh yeah, because if you remember when I was on Shred's, when you guys first did the launch for Formium, remember my StreamYard wasn't working then.
Oh yeah, that was a complete abortion.
It was, and then I used Mrs. Method Warrior's computer. It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on with it.
Well, you look pretty. You sound amazing. We can't wait to see your fucking the 1,000 record collection that you've just pulled out. But we got to get out of here, man, because we're going to encroach on the HM. So I'm going to play us out with the fucking outro, which I fucked up last week. So I want you to sit by us and watch this amazing outro, Bulldog, just so you can, you know, in its fucking glory. All right, check this out. We spent so much time on this. Look at that. It's the wrong show, but don't worry about it. All right, people. Well, we'll see you all later. We're going to go jump on the couch and go watch some Heavy Metallurgy Album Club. Wormrot, Durge, it's grindcore. I hate it, but we're going to be there anyway. But thank you for all fucking showing up. Thank you, Bulldog. Let's get out of here.
I appreciate you, man. Subscribe to the channel. Keep it metal. Keep it heavy. Support the underground.
And we'll see you all later.
Later, brother.
Cheers.